Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Nelise Torres, and I'll be doing my picture walk on Smells Like Dog. So, I don't think this is an appropriate book to use, especially for our class for early childhood, but it's the only book I have because I am currently at my house, well, my parents' house, because I will be traveling tomorrow to Cuba, and I did not bring any children books with me. So, hopefully, this could suffice. I'm gonna try my best to do a picture walk with this book. There's minimal pictures, but I would explain how I would do it if I was in a classroom with an actual children's book. So here I go. Hello, boys and girls. Today we're gonna be reading one of our favorite books, Smells Like Dog by Suzanne Selfers. So, who can tell me by just looking at the cover without reading the title, which I already read to you guys, can tell me what do you think the book is gonna be about? So when I ask this question, I would like students to participate in a way that I want them to look at the cover and literally just tell me exactly what they see. I want them to tell me, oh, there's a dog that's wearing a crown. And from those explanations that they give me, those details, I want to ask them, why do you think the dog's wearing a crown? What do you think is gonna happen? Do you think the dog may be like royalty? Do you think he lives in a castle? And questions like that to engage their learning and kind of like pull them in because there's not much like you could tell from just reading the cover, especially since it's just a dog wearing a crown. Like there's not much going on, but students can use their imagination to tell me like more details of what they think that could happen before we read the book. And then moving forward, I did explain that this book is not a children's book, so there's not many pictures, but I'm trying my best to work with this book because it's the only book with pictures that I have. Moving on to one of the first pictures. So this is part two, so I'm guessing it's like chapter two in the book. I haven't actually read this book, but we're gonna use it for now. So moving on, I'll go to like this is the first page. I'll be like, okay, well, looking for the first page, what do you think is gonna happen at this part of the story? And hopefully, kids use the details they have and be like, oh, the dog is going on a treasure hunt, and X marks the spot, and he's moving to a treasure hunt. And questions will be like, why is he going to treasure hunt? What do you think he could find? What would you want to find if you went on a treasure hunt? And stuff like that. Again, just really pulling these children in so they are engaged into the book before we even read the book. Moving on to another picture. I'm so sorry. Like, this is horrible. Actually, I think those are the only really pictures that they have. Okay, so yeah. Basically, the parts are one picture, and then the chapters are another picture. Well, this is another picture that I have in the book. So I'll just keep asking the same type of questions I've been asking. Hopefully, in the book, then I will have a picture walk with in the actual classroom. We'll have a lot more pictures. Maybe some kids playing around, but overall, when I open the book and I show them to them, I want to like show them the picture, like, hey, like this is what we're looking at, and I want every student to at least have one input, like, oh, the sky is purple. Okay, well, why is the sky purple and not blue? What could be reasons for that? Or if there's, let's say, kids throwing a ball back and forth and playing catch with each other, I'll be like, well, that's a great activity. What's maybe some things you shouldn't do while playing catch? Or how will you make this game better? Or maybe we'll play this at recess. But overall, when I open a book and I do a picture walk with kids, I would like them to take control over the reading instead of me. I would just want them to show them the pictures and maybe ask them little questions. But overall, I want the students to not blurt out, but talk in the group and say, oh, I think the book's gonna be about this. I think the book's gonna be about yada, yada, yada. I would like them to be self-engaged instead of me being up here and be like, all right, let's read the book. Sally went to the store and bought some seashells. Like, that's not fun. I would like to do the picture walk where we take our time with the pictures in the book, where we explain them, we make jokes with them. We make our own story before we read the story. And that's basically how I like to do the picture walk. I'll just want to make sure my kids are engaged and I would like to know that when I do start reading, they're going to be paying the absolute most attention because they want to know what the book is about. They want to know the details, the settings, the characters. They want to know the ending. Like, they're going to want to know the book from cover to cover instead of just looking through a book for pictures only. Because I know when I was a kid, that's all I did. I used to just open books and be like, oh, pretty pictures, especially when I didn't know how to read English. So I think doing the picture walk before reading the book is a really helpful tool to get students engaged and also give them the enthusiasm to like read on their own. Because not only is a picture walk done with the teacher, but picture walks can be done when you're by yourself. Like, I know growing up, I've read books where sometimes I flip through the pictures to see what the book was about, and it's helpful. So that's the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.